Walking Dead Road to Survival video. This is your host, JustCMTexx, and I'm back with you right now. We're getting ready to go over my tier list. Okay, this is a post-launch tier list. Many of these players I have been able to get my hands on, been able to play with them in certain situations and things of that nature, and I am quite impressed so far with this new Mythic era. But let's go ahead and look at my tier list so far. So it's a little bit different. I don't have an A, B, or C list ranking tier list right now, because a lot of the characters are pretty much ambidextrous, so you can use them on offense and defense depending on the situation. So what we have is we have a couple of what we call meta tunes, then we have all around tunes. These tunes are pretty good. They work on offense and defense in situations. Then we have situational tunes, which are tunes that work in certain teams such as Abraham, and then we have tunes that you want to avoid. You could just use them for leveling, but I really don't see their fit right now currently with what's going on, though they are fun to play with in certain parts of the game, like conquest, things of that nature. But as far as when you're getting ready to go into battle against another team or something of that nature, you don't want these guys on your team. You want to try to avoid them. So let's go ahead and look at the meta list. All right, I know something seems very unique that's on the meta list, and as you can see, we have an S-class tune up there, and that S-class tune is Mercer. All right, why is Mercer on the Mythic tune list? It's because Mercer is a defensive meta tune currently. His ability to be able to stun your entire team works well, and then you can put guys behind Mercer like Dexter and Negan with strong attack weapons and absolutely annihilate the offensive team. Works very well. I've ran into it multiple times in war, though there are ways around it to get around those things of that nature, but Mercer currently is what we would call a meta tune. Now, next on this list, obviously, is Tyreese. Why is Tyreese on this list? It's simply because Tyreese is an absolute beast of a player. So let's go ahead and look at Tyreese. My Tyreese is already tier 5, level 700. You already know the vibes. I am not playing when it comes to Tyreese. My favorite character. I often mistake him even on my streams. You can definitely check those out on Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. But here's Tyreese. Manic. All right, I'm leveling up his mythic ability, Salt in the Wound, crit, and basic damage, because he's an absolute nightmare right now. So this is what Tyreese is absolutely looking like at the moment. This is his general stats here, what it is max without any anything attached to him. But what makes Tyreese good is you can actually set Tyreese up to be a turn 1 tune. You can be able to destroy offenses in one turn when it comes to Tyreese. So let's go ahead and get some gameplay footage of Tyreese being a turn 1 tune. So as you can see, I'm attack with Sandy. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead here, attack with Rick. We're gonna go ahead and hit with Negan. We're gonna go ahead and activate Tyreese with the 8% AP weapon, and then we're gonna go hit here in the middle, and Tyreese absolutely annihilates. This is why he is one of those tunes. And now Sandy follows up in a very close second on the tune list, because Sandy is also an absolute nightmare as well. So as you can see, Tyreese is a very good, very good tune there. So let's go ahead and get back to it. Now, next on this list is Negan. Why is Negan up here? Negan can carry a strong attack weapon. Negan is a great leader, and on top of that, Negan also gives focus on the first 2 turns. So if we go ahead and we look at Negan's kit here, this is what Negan offers. Let's go ahead and go to Negan. I went to his kit. Where's his kit at? Okay, all right. Let's go ahead and go to Negan. So with Negan here, this is his base weapon, and this is the skills that Negan offer here. Attack, all teammates get 25% attack and get focused for 2 turns in a battle. He also has 10% increase on the basic attack stats, 10 plus 10% max health. He also had the Sadistic Killer, and on top of that, he do 2 attacks of 300% damage apiece to one enemy. 2 other enemies take 25% of this character's HP as main. So Negan is a really good leader. You can put a strong attack team together with him in it, and Negan will absolutely shred that competition. Next on the list is Princess. You could definitely go catch Lockdown's video and review about Princess. She is an absolute nightmare for those who have her. She does 4 random attacks, and she can hold a rampage weapon in her hand. So Princess is absolute nightmare. She's really good. Aaron is up here as the only defensive toon. Well, mostly, I think he's a defensive toon. So Aaron is up here as the only defensive toon, and it's because when you pair him correctly and you mod him correctly, Aaron is absolutely great toon when it comes to defense, and he also revives one toon whenever he kills somebody, you know. So Aaron is really good. I played against him in war. This is why this tier list is built. He is absolutely amazing. He is one you want to put resources into and to be able to use. All right, now next we have Sandy. Sandy is up here because Sandy can hold a splash damage weapon. Her offense is absolutely amazing. She will be the second toon that you can get your hands on besides Tyreese that can absolutely carry a team in battle. So Sandy is up here as my meta toons. Now my all-around toons. These toons are absolutely amazing as well. You have Alice that can play both offensive defense. She's a good defensive leader, even though her kit looks a little bit more offensive, her leadership ability, but she works very well on defense as well. Alpha's up here because Alpha is a very good toon. You can be able to use Alpha even though she only does attack to one target. She does a lot of damage if you built her correctly. So if we go ahead and go to Alpha and look at what her kit offers here, okay, so gonna view her maxed. Alpha has Headhunter, so this character performs a critical hit damage on an enemy. The enemy gets crosshairs for 3 turns, so you can attack somebody with Alpha, get the crosshairs, especially one of the stronger defensive toons, and then follow up with a Tyreese or another offensive onslaught character and be able to absolutely destroy them. Headhunter, that character is gone. Decap will not be able to come back. So that's what she does. And on top of that, Alpha also deals 400% damage to one enemy. One other enemy gets 60% infection and 50% heal reduction for 2 turns. Alpha is very good. Now, what also makes her good is she has a turn 1 infection slash, right? So attack an enemy for 150% damage, that enemy gets 60% infection for 2 turns. If they're not healing, this guy is going to be gone or girl's going to be gone. Alpha is an absolute nightmare. She's very good, okay? And this is Alpha's base weapon here, but you can be able to just, I wouldn't upgrade any other mythic weapons. They're not really good. I would just simply use the 50,000 armory tokens and use a weapon that you have already crafted. That's a tier 5 weapon. What will work well in Alpha hands is something like a Wakazi sword, the 20% AP to self. That will work well in her hand. Also too, the Bowie knife of Barker, that will work as well in her hands too. If you kept it the way it was and just upgraded the attack, that will work well. And she will also be able to give the 8% AP and 8% bonus HP to her mythic mates, and that's also going to help Tyreese with his crit and his multiplier. That's a tip there for you. So Alpha is absolutely amazing when it comes to these all-around tunes. Then you have Yumiko, you have Gabriel, who is a tank and an absolute nightmare if you mod and gear him right. Harlan is very good. Kelly is a very good tune when you put him in the correct defense. Then we also have Rick. Rick is a really good tune as well as a leader. He's that rainbow leader that you would want, that also gives that attack trait damage to your other tunes. And then we have on the next list, which is the works well in situations. These are tunes who are very situational, and if you pair them in the right situation, they will work great. Like Axel works great on a offensive team that has 1535s in heavy damage, and you could turn that team into a turn 1 team. Axel works very well on that team. Governor works well in a situational team as well. Dante, who is an amazing healer, but he has to be paired correctly in a team in order for his kit to work out the way that he needs to. Ezekiel, who is the tune right now on the mythic wheel, the first mythic wheel tune. I think he works well in situations as well. Abraham works well too. If you pair Abraham, you could make a quirky team with Abraham, put Job on there. Abraham with the igniter will just absolutely melt a team. You can also pair Abraham with Dwight if you have him, and they work well. So these tunes are very situational. Sophia could work well on an offensive team if you have strong attack weapons. She will work good on that team as well. Now, these are tunes that you want to avoid. The reason why is I just don't see that they fit right now. They're good for like conquests, things of that nature, if you just want to have some fun. But these are guys that you don't want to dump too many resources into. Now, the one that you may want to put resources into, to be able to get, Darius actually have a he has missions available right now, so you could definitely put some stuff into Darius so that you can be able to complete those missions to get those items and everything. But if you're running slow on resources, you can also hold off on that and avoid it. So this is my mythic tier list post launch. These are the tunes that you want to get your hand on, especially the meta and all around tunes. You want to work on them very well, put them in good team builds. Be on the lookout for my first team build video that's coming later this week. This is your boy JustCMTexx. Hit that like, subscribe, notification bell. Peace.